Hi creative friends, this is Soraya and thank you so much for being here. So I'm really sorry about the last video. It kind of cut off towards the end. I think it just went on too long and I didn't have enough room on my device. So I think it just cut off, but it's okay. I was just like rambling on and, you know, filling in the background. But before I turned on the camera this morning, I spent about 15 minutes and I really kind of looked at this spread. It's the cover of this art journal right here, and it has gone through so many layers, and I really looked at it with fresh eyes and I realized that I actually don't like it. I just still don't like it, and I know that for my last video I said, you know, the solution is to get into a state of play and curiosity and beginner's mind, and all of those things are true. Yes, yes, yes. But I think what's happening, honestly, because like I said, I just took some time and I really started kind of dissecting it. The first thing is I opened up the spread because I think I'm gonna work on the front cover and the back cover at the same time. Like this is gonna be one spread, even though it's gonna be like folded up like this. I just think that for some reason, I'm just kind of feeling that, you know, I need to make it into one spread. And the second thing is that I'm really fixated on this piece right here. Like, even though this cover has gone through so many different layers, like I tried a light colored background, I just tried like so many different backgrounds, and this has a ton of layers. I kind of kept this part intact. So I think I need to stop focusing so much on this particular piece. And I think I'm gonna go back to the adage of love what you love. So I put some alizarin crimson and a little bit of cad red light on my palette right here. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna like try not to focus so much on this, and I don't want to cover this piece up, but I might have to. I'm gonna give it a shot, you guys. I'm gonna try to keep it. I'm gonna try to retain it, but I have to be open to the fact that I might just have to cover it up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to start by laying in my figures here. And I think I'm just gonna, like, this is gonna come pretty close to the spine, but you know, it's all good. Like, it's totally fine. I'm just gonna kind of go with it. And I want to put two figures on this page. So now I really love like I love this, whatever is going on here. And I'm gonna try to see if I can keep it. So I think I'm gonna make like a robed figure over here. And that's a direct influence of working in Painting the Feminine with Connie Solera. Like, whenever I work in that book, I just get so inspired by her, certain aspects of her visual language that they just show up in my work. So I don't know if that's a good place. I don't know if that's a good placement for the second figure here. Let me see. I might have to redo this part. Okay, there we go. And like, I want, you know, I'm gonna keep this figure like right here, and then I am going to maybe I'm gonna make this figure kind of like right here. And you guys, like this morning when before I turned the camera on and I was like thinking about what to do, I was starting to feel like I'm getting frustrated again because I just really don't like it. Like I said, I only like this part of the spread, and I'm really glad that this happened. I'm not glad it happened in the sense of like, you know, for artistic purposes, because it's so frustrating, but I'm really glad it happened in terms of me making this video, because I think it's something we all probably struggle with, you know, where something is just not working and it's like, oh my god, like what do I even do? So I'm glad that this happened because of that reason. It's a great learning tool, like not only for somebody watching the video, but for me as well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work really quickly, but I'm just gonna kind of build up these vases here. And just kind of like, I just want to get the color palette going more so than the figures, because what I'm not happy with in this spread is the colors. Like this, like I'm just not happy with it. Like I said, the only thing I'm happy with is this over here. And I don't know why I even put this pink. Like I did like one small part of it when I put it on, but now that I, you know, have like let it sit for a minute and I came back to it, I absolutely hate it. It's just so not sitting well with me. And like I said, it's just a great learning tool. So in terms of this video, I'm glad that that happened. Okay, and I'm still trying to be like relaxed about the whole thing and not stress out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my red, and I know that when I put this pink down, I was all like really excited about it. I don't know why, because now that I look at it, I'm really not digging it. And I'm probably gonna have to put a few layers of this red, because now I've got to kind of override not only the pink, but there's still like parts of the green here. And I'm gonna mix it in with my Cad Red Light over here. And the great thing about the Liquitex, because both of these colors are Liquitex brand, and they're heavy body, is that, you know, it really does have really beautiful staying power. Like I don't need to like put 10 coats of it on to cover things up. So I just want to get the color palette right, you guys. That's like my first order of business. And that's a great tool, like, you know, the Love What You Love. It's a great tool to pull me back in. Like it's a foundational thing. And, you know, it was Connie Solera when I was in Oaxaca who gave us that adage, but it's so brilliant. And so every time I get off track, I'm just going to be like, you know what? Love what you love. And I think the reason why I went with the pink, you guys, is because I was trying to match the pink of the over here. See, there's pink, and I was trying to match it. But I'm just gonna go with this like red and pink, like, you know, I'm just gonna kind of go with it. And I'm gonna get rid of that green there. I'm just not liking, I don't like green and red together on a palette. I don't know, there's just something about it. I just don't, it doesn't appeal to me. Not that there's anything wrong with it per se, it's just it doesn't appeal to me personally. So now what I'm gonna do is I am gonna cover up all of this stuff here with my red, and I'm gonna have to put a few coats on this. Gold is kind of a difficult color to cover up generally. And I just need to get the palette right, you guys, because, you know, like, it's the palette that was really throwing me off. It wasn't the composition or anything like that. So that's my main goal here in this particular, like in this stage. I just want to get the palette right. So I want to keep one of these blues here, but I don't want to keep two of them. See, it's too much. And then when it's like, this is blue and there's too much blue here. I know there's green here, but it's just too similar. So I got to get rid of that. And so I'm going to ask myself the question, like, what am I going to do with this or this? I don't know. So I am most definitely going to have to add a few layers to this over here. Okay, so I'm kind of, you know, that's kind of looking okay now. I don't want to jinx it, because when I put that pink down, I was like all like, oh, I love this pink, you know, etc., etc. But now I'm like, no, I don't. So I don't want to jinx it, you guys. I'm just gonna kind of not say anything about it. I do really love it, but I'm trying to be kind of cautious as well. And that's the thing about painting, you guys, like at least it is for me. You know, sometimes things come together really easily and almost like, oh my God. And then sometimes I just have to struggle and struggle and struggle. And no matter how much I struggle, it still just doesn't come together. And in that case, you know, the only solution is to just leave it alone and come back to it like a week later, a month later, whatever. But this cover, I have left it alone for like so long. Like, it's not like I just started working on this, not by any stretch of the imagination. I've been working on this for a while, and it's just not coming together. I don't know why. So I think what I'm gonna do is see now, even though it's gonna be folded, so I'm not gonna look at this, you know, as one spread. I think I might, I don't know if I want to cover this up or if I want to cover this up. Well, I think I'm going to cover this up right here. And I'm going to have to put a few coats because it's got gold underneath, and gold is a very difficult color to cover up, especially the gold that I use because it's textile paint, which I really love, but it does make it a little bit, you know, more challenging to cover it up completely. Okay, I need some of my ultramarine blue here. And I want it to be kind of solid for right now, because I don't want there, like, there's a lot of stuff going on here and here, so I think I'm just gonna have it solid. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some inks over there. And and I think I'm going to get rid of this, you guys. I'm just going to kind of get rid of that part. It's just not looking right to me. And I'm going to get rid of some of that as well. Okay, now I am going to have to allow this to completely dry here. So I think I am liking the color palette, and like I said, I want to be cautious about my oh, I love this color palette, blah blah blah, but I think I can work with this. I really do. So I'm gonna leave it alone, and then I'm gonna come back to it, and we'll see what we can do. So you guys, if you've watched all the way to the end, thank you so much. And if there's one takeaway from this video for me as well as anybody watching, is, you know, when you're like struggling and you're like, oh, I don't know what to do and I'm so frustrated and whatever, is a few things. Like, the first thing is get into beginner's mind. Get into a state of play and curiosity. Try not to struggle and fight with the page. And when I find that I'm doing that, I leave it alone and I come back to it, whether it's a week later, a month later, whatever. And also, you know, find if you are working with this adage, love what you love, like, come back to that. Like, find an anchoring, like a motto or a belief or, you know, a sentence or whatever it is. Like, find something that's gonna like draw you back in to love what you love. So when I put the pink down in my last video, I was trying to match the pink with this, but you know, I'm like, no, I really don't like that. So I rein myself in with the adage, love what you love. Like, don't care about, oh, does this match? Does this go? Like, just don't even bother with that. Just love what you love. Okay. Thank you so much, you guys. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.